Lucy's bright, bubbly, friendly. She's that caring kid. Probably a few months before her 8th birthday, probably the main thing I sort of noticed first was her eyes, and they were a bit more glazed over and sunken. She would complain the odd time that she was dizzy or had a headache.
Probably the turning point was when she was at a basketball game and she got hit in the head with a ball. Was complaining of headaches and just didn't seem right.
After that knock on the head, we had really noticed slurred speech, dizziness, falling over, headache. It was no waiting period. It was constant. Someone, one after the other, there was someone seeing us.
Yeah, and it's a Royal Children's Hospital, so it's it's one of the best children's hospitals in the world, and they were just straight onto it and really caring and professional. I was on the phone when they were saying to Nicole and me at the same time, it appears to be something there. And then I went into hospital that night. And then I think it was the next day we sat down with this whole team of doctors, oncologists,
constant,
and neurosurgeons, and the whole team basically. And then that's where they told us it was a tumor called DIPG. It's incurable, inoperable. The tumor would take her from us. So we got all this information in one meeting.
We were told
so it's like being hit with a ton of bricks.
Yeah, told go home, make memories, and that part is just, it's not good enough. You've got 9 to 12 months at the most, which we got 8 months from diagnosis, almost to the day. I just remember asking, is there any support groups around that we can connect with other families? And the oncologist said, I don't know. I was like, I need to connect with other people. It was another friend who actually sent me the details of Alan with his daughter Maddie. So I contacted him, and he then set me up invited me to the group, which at that point there was maybe 6 other people, and it grew very, very quickly.
I remember one of the social workers at the hospital sat down with us and gave us some information, and the first organisation I think that popped into my mind just now was Brainwave, which was about giving us some information and resources on understanding brain cancer, the cancer journey. With radiotherapy, we went in and they introduced Lucy to the room she would have to go into. She lies on this bed with this machine that goes around and targets the tumor area with radiation. Lucy was a real champ. She just lay perfectly still every single time. It actually shrunk her tumor by about 40%. And then she had about 3 really good months. We got in touch with the Make-A-Wish Foundation, or they got in touch with us and organised this amazing trip up to Queensland. But while we were there, we started to see her decline again.
Had an MRI, and that's when they said it's grown. We talked to our oncologist the following Wednesday because she wasn't in that day. And she could notice that she had gone downhill in less than that week.
And really, I think what got us through it was just having hope and trying to stay positive and exploring every possible option that we could. We became aware of a medication specifically for kids with DIPG. We were using that, and we're also just chatting with the doctors every single day, and just taking it a day at a time, really. And then once we went into hospital for the last time, it was every day we were noticing her deteriorating. We were lucky enough to be able to stay in the hospital, both of us, for that whole last 5 weeks or so. And then we were able to have some visitors come in after they lifted the restrictions a little bit. So that helped sort of with getting through it, is that we had a lot of people come through and support us.
So in the beginning, the first oncologist had said, oh, there's trials all the time. Well, there wasn't. So that gave us hope, but then I realized that there's actually not trials all the time.
There's nothing that prepares you. I think there's we were expecting what was going to happen, I guess, was to expect the inevitable, but we also wanted to just switch off from that and be like, well, let's just explore every possible option first, which is what we did. And I think we did everything that we could. We just focused on enjoying all the moments with Lucy.
Connect with other parents, connect with other families, and do everything you can. Ask a lot of questions, talk to other doctors, talk to other researchers. You don't take no for an answer all the time. Don't always accept that they're just the profession, that they're the professional, so they know everything, because they don't. It's a horrible, horrible disease that we're still learning about. And for medical, any medical practitioners, listen to families, allow them to ask questions, be kind. We were very lucky with our oncologist. She was amazing. She was so lovely. She listened, she took all the time in the world. But I have heard of other families, their experience has been that they felt like they've been pushed out the door very quickly because there's not much they can do, so they're not being listened. And the government, please, we're desperate. We have not got any money. So why does DIPG, all brain cancers, but especially DIPG, why are we the ones that miss out?
More funding, more awareness. It has to be made a priority, just like every other cancer and illness that requires funding. Talking about it, it helps us deal with it and move forward, but it's also educating people. I just wanted to say also, for any parents, no matter where you are on this journey of DIPG, just know that you're not alone. It's a long journey. We're still on this journey, and we will be for the rest of our life, so let's just keep the conversation going.